Hello everyone, welcome to the Instagram of the Community Research Institute. My name is Diana Chara and I'm here today with Dr. Henson and Dr. Donnelly.
Hello!
The good doctors of Abbey Research Institute, and today we're going to be talking about the Community Research Institute, which is a collaboration between Charleston Southern University and Abbey Research. So I want to start with you guys telling me a little bit about yourself and Abbey Research and what it is about.
Sure. Do you want to go first?
Yes, I will do the Abbey Research and you do the community research.
I would be delighted to.
Let's do that. So Abbey Research is a educational consultancy
Training firm,
which is a big way to say we're empathy educators and we spend our life either in online spaces speaking to the general public, Instagram, YouTube, podcast, or in corporate spaces with online trainings, in-person trainings, and retreats talking about empathy. And we do this through focusing on diversity and inclusion, understanding trauma, and helping all of us with a little bit of self-care and some boundary setting. And so we are trained social scientists. I have a PhD in anthropology. Dr. Kristens is in sociology. And that basically gives us a lot of training and expertise in helping people understand themselves, understand others, and how we work and live in culture and society. So we do all of that in this service that we really, really believe empathy is the best way forward to helping us build better relationships with ourselves, with our family members, with employees, and all that jazz. So that is Abbey Research. We are part of a parent company called Abbey Companies, which has a lot of things, but mostly a dye manufacturing company in Kensington in Philadelphia in the great state of Pennsylvania. So they are our parent company and we operate under them in the ethos that the overarching goal of Abbey Companies is to impact lives and generate wealth. And so that wealth comes in a lot of ways, including holistic ways where we serve communities. And that is where Abbey Research comes into it. Community Research Institute is a whole other kettle of fish. So, dear friend.
As humans, we are best friends.
Oh yeah.
Who met while doing our PhDs.
Never got that part.
Met while doing our PhDs in Northern Ireland. We've been best friends for 10 years. And yes, it is both really fun and a challenge to work with your best friend. We've ironed out most of the kinks now.
Yeah.
But the first couple of years was a lot of communication. And we're really opposites in a lot of ways, but we also share an incredibly similar worldview. How that manifests is different. Extrovert, introvert, and married, not married, but neither one of us has kids, although Erin has a cat who behaves a lot like a child.
Arguably, I am.
Yeah.
I am a cat mama.
You are a cat mama.
I am.
So that's humans. I'm also part of the ownership of the aforementioned Nielsen companies, which was started by my father around 30 years ago. And my father is a graduate of Charleston Southern University. He graduated in 1974. His name is Roger Nielsen. He played baseball when he was down here. And we, 2016, 2017, we started as a family really wondering what it would look like to reinvest in his alma mater, because we hadn't before. But if we're really honest, Charleston Southern is why we have what we have as a family. It's why the business exists. My dad was a first generation college student who Charleston Southern gave him a scholarship and took a punt on him. And if they hadn't, he wouldn't have gone to college. He would have been a bridge builder in the New Jersey Turnpike. So we're very, very grateful. So we started thinking about how we could pour back in. So we started some relationships between Abbey Companies and the College of Business here at Charleston Southern. And then the pandemic hit. And there were some lovely college students who needed internships, but because of the lockdowns, we're not gonna be able to get them. And so the dean of the College of Business, David Palmer, called my dad and said, what can you guys do? And my dad walked into my office and said, you and Erin have interns, figure it out. And so thus the birth of the Community Research Institute. We realized that there was a great opportunity to help our research skills give Charleston Southern students some really, really hands-on business experience while still in college, that we can make some really pragmatic internship opportunities that were highly supervised and also kind of prepared them for the workforce. So Community Research Institute now exists to prepare the workforce for Gen Z and Gen Z for the workforce. And a huge part of our work is emotional intelligence. How do we help people be better people? And that ties to empathy, because empathy is simply the consistent decision to understand rather than assume. How do we move through the world in a posture of understanding and asking questions and seeking knowledge rather than assuming that somebody believes something or is something because of our perception of them?
And what we do with our CRI interns is start with emotional intelligence, because as we have become empathy educators, we view emotional intelligence as the first step in helping you build that empathy practice, because emotional intelligence teaches you how to learn about yourself so that you can learn about others. So we do that with our interns at the Community Research Institute through making them read Brene Brown's Dare to Lead and reflecting on their growth with that. Diana has had to do that as a part of her work as a CRI intern this semester. We now, as of this semester, have interns that are placed outside the CRI at institutions and companies in the Low Country. I almost said like the South, in the Greater South. No, the Low Country. And so we're building that relationship as well so that the students can get practical work outside of the College of Business and Charleston Southern, but they still have to do that emotional intelligence work.
Yes, they do.
So that is the Empathy Research, CRI, Charleston Southern, Hans A. Nielsen College of Business story.
Woo.
That's as short as we can get it too. We've tried making it shorter.
Yeah, that was good.
But
It's quite a long story.
It's a long thing.
Okay. My second question is how this collaboration between Charleston Southern University and you guys help the community.
That is such a great question. And the answer is that we as social science researchers bring a very specific understanding of how communities work together. That is different than a business understanding or a psychological understanding or anything else. What we really study is how do people work together and make up the cultures that they're in. So if we can then combine that with the incredible academic business training that CSU students are getting and help them go out into the workforce to be whole people and bring their whole selves, they get the education that we can give them as social scientists, combined with the education that the College of Business gives them, to then serve the Low Country community. And during college, we're hoping they'll serving the Low Country, but then we're building skills that they can then take to wherever they go home, whether that's Colombia or Germany or England or Ohio, that they can understand the integration of faith and practice in this particular way of how do we be whole humans and also be professional people. And so that's what we're attempting to do. Additionally, there's a lot of research out there that the workforce in general, employers have no idea what to do with this generation. And you're not actually that mysterious. So we're trying to do some myth busting and helping both you guys get ready for that workforce and the employers get ready to have such a multi-generational space within their walls.
Which is one of the reasons why we have this community focus and why the social media outreach from the CRI that you are in charge of this semester is geared towards helping the greater community, the outside CRI community, understand this generation, what they need to know about them, why they're different, how they think and view aspects of professional development and engaging in the workforce as a service, so that hopefully we can bridge some of those gaps or bust some of those myths, we can pick a metaphor, so that the workforce is more prepared to have Gen Z employers coming in.
We should also say that community engagement is a major commitment of Charleston Southern in general, and specifically of the College of Business. Charleston Southern has an experiential learning credit that all students are required to do, but it's particularly well developed within the College of Business. And so we were able to step into a really well-oiled machine in a way, and then just provide a new area of focus for interested students.
That'll be all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed these, and hopefully we're gonna have you ladies next time as well.
For sure, we'd be happy to come back at any point and answer questions, especially if anybody has them.
We would love that.
Bye.
Bye.